Silver or gold? If you're thinking about buying one of these, which one is the smarter choice? There are definitely many different things to consider, but I'm actually going to make a case for both, and I'll let you make the decision on which one makes more sense to you. That being said, let's break everything down in today's video. Want to win 100 ounces of American Silver Eagles completely free? Well, JM Bullion is giving away 5 full tubes of 100 coins packed in a custom waterproof Pelican case. There is no purchase necessary, and the giveaway ends September 11th of this year. And if you want to get in on this opportunity, click the link in the description below to enter for your chance to win. And just to be clear, JM Bullion is not sponsoring this channel in any sort of way. This is me just wanting to pass this opportunity along to help you guys out. So don't miss out on this. Click the link in the description and enter for your chance to win 100 ounces of free silver. Hi everybody, and welcome back to yet another video. And with everything that's going on, everything that has happened and what will happen in the future, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, there has and will be certain instances that can make cases for both. And how do we decide which one is the better pick, especially if we're unsure? Well, that's what I want to cover in today's video. And with that being said, let's start with making the case for why you should pick silver. Now, I'm going to list a couple pros and cons with it as well, and close the point out with probably when you should buy silver if you're thinking about doing that. And silver has recently been on a breakout streak, and it's been sitting just under $40 for the past few weeks now. And a couple videos ago, I talked about how silver outperforms gold in precious metal bull runs. So we are possibly seeing that unfold right now. And if we are, I think once it goes beyond that $40 and into the $45 range, we'll really see a breakout coming up from there. Not to mention the GSR is dropping, and what was once 104 is now 86. And that's signaling silver's move. And if you're hesitating on the entry point for whatever reasons, it is possible that the window might be closing in for silver, because again, the basic rule is when the GSR is high, silver is cheap, and when it's low, it's expensive relative to gold. Now, most of us already know that, but for those who might be new to the channel or new to stacking, typically, and in my opinion, and I think this goes across the board to other stackers as well, anything above the 80, maybe into the 85 range, is the accepted all-in zone for buying silver. Once it goes below that, we tend to hold off or kind of switch into gold, or just maybe do a little bit of a strategy shift. Silver is also great because that entry point is cheap for most people. Even at $40, that isn't anywhere really completely out of reach for most people. Either a quick side job on the weekend here and there, or cutting back on certain items that month can allow you to pick up a few ounces here and there. Unlike gold, which is now over 3,300, that has become more and more out of reach for most people nowadays. So the barrier to entry for silver is still very low. Now, because it does play a dual role as a precious and industrial metal, it really changes in price due to paper contracts and economic activity. So the one thing that you'll probably run into is an extreme volatility that silver has compared to gold. Silver will move more erratic, and it will move up and down faster than gold, which has always been less intense and more predictable. So if you're a short-term focused type of investor looking to flip a few bucks here and there, silver could be a good choice if you're the kind of person who likes that environment. However, for most of us, we see this as a long-term plan and just want to utilize the relative cheap and affordable price points just to acquire weight rather than profits. So should you pick silver? Well, if you're more focused on the affordability factor and at the current state, and you want to play a long-term game right now, the GSR is definitely in your favor, and you should focus on acquiring some ounces of silver. And right now, that's what I would be doing if you were to ask me which one would I buy right now. I would personally be buying more silver. Why? Because of everything that I covered. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's easy to get right now, and the markets are signaling to us that this is still a good time to go all in on this. But that window might be closing, so again, not that I would stop or give up on this, but like I said before, I would switch over different tactics and possibly move into gold. So let's switch over and make the case for gold. Why should you buy it? Well, I'd normally list a pro and cons list to this, but there are realistically no cons other than the price per ounce right now. But that being said, gold, in my opinion, is the final metal or the end goal that we should all strive for. There's a reason why they say silver is the money of people and gold is the money of kings. It's the best of the two, and this metal will store your purchasing power way better than silver would, in my opinion. And this should be everybody's end goal. Even if you can't afford it, you can even trade your silver in for gold if the GSR drops low enough. And that's going to be the best strategy to use. Now, one point I would make is if you can afford gold and you're not concerned about that and you would rather dollar cost average into it, I think you should buy it regardless of the gold to silver ratio. Because the GSR is really for those who are looking for market signals on when to avoid silver. However, I know it sounds a little bit contradictory, but I think buying gold should be done whenever you can if you can afford it. But by the same token, I would personally wait for the GSR to hit below 60 to go all in on it. So again, it's really more of an affordability issue, but that's why they say gold leads and silver follows. And if you can get in and be a part of the leading group, why wouldn't you? But again, it's an affordability issue, but there are fractional pieces that can be purchased to make it more in reach, but the premiums on those are going to be much, much higher. So you need to be ready for that. So which one is better right now? Well, if you want maximum upside, it would be silver because it seems to be starting its bull run and it always outperforms gold when they have their bull runs. And that's usually about a 1.4x. And the GSR also signifies that silver is still undervalued. So this is the best option right now, in my opinion. And there seems to be more upside than there are downsides. At least that's what it looks like right now. But again, anything could change. So with that being said, this isn't financial advice, of course, but rather my opinion. And if I had to pick one right now, at this current time and day of this video's recording, it would be silver. However, if you can get gold, do that, because I think that it's honestly the better choice in terms of the big picture. But I understand not everyone can afford gold, and this video plays more into the affordability factor rather than anything else. So if you had to pick one, which one would you do? Are you going to go for silver, gold, or just a mix of both? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And before we close this video out, I just wanted to remind everybody that we are doing a giveaway next Thursday for that 1 ounce rifleman round that you saw in the video. So if you want to get in on that, join the live stream next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and maybe you'll be the next lucky winner. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.